Hey, I'm Keith. This is my truck, my 2017 Dodge Ram. I did a video last week, I believe it was, about my 2023 lawn care setup with this truck and my enclosed trailer. Well, I got to thinking and said, I'm going to do one just on the truck. So, this is a 2017 Dodge Ram. It has the 6.4 Hemi gas engine in it. Okay, I'll go into a little deeper discussion right there on gas versus diesel. Okay, I've had a diesel truck before. It was a 1-ton truck with it was a GMC, had a Duramax with the Allison transmission in it, and it had a dump bed on the back of it. If you're not towing probably 12,000 pounds or more, you don't need a diesel truck. This truck here has 410 horsepower and I believe 430 torque. And if you're just pulling lawnmowers, any of the Ford, Dodge, Chevy, GMC, even Toyota, the bigger V8 engines is all that you need. And you cannot save money on a diesel truck. If that's your objective of buying a diesel truck, don't do it. Now, like I say, if you're pulling a really big tractor, or you're pulling a medium-sized excavator or big bobcat, something like that, maybe you need a diesel. But I see a lot of guys out there just pulling a lawnmower or two, in a 16-foot trailer, maybe up to a 20-foot trailer. I think the bigger gas engine will do you fine. With this setup, pulling a trailer, now my open trailer, it weighs 5,400 pounds empty. It's a very heavy duty trailer. It's not a landscape trailer, it's an equipment trailer. And pulling that trailer with 2 or 3 mowers on it, I get 7.5 miles to the gallon with this truck. With my diesel truck, I would get about 8 to 8.5 miles a gallon. So one mile per gallon difference. I've heard other guys saying maybe they get 2 or 3 miles per gallon difference with a diesel versus a gas. But if you put a pencil to the paper and you consider the fact that diesel truck costs you $10,000 to $12,000 more up front, okay? And then if you finance that truck, which most of us have to do, you finance that truck for 6, 7, 8 years. By the time you get that truck paid for, that diesel engine that originally cost you $10,000 to $12,000 more, you've paid probably $12,000 to $15,000 more if you factor in the interest. Okay. Diesel fuel costs you anywhere from $1.50 to $2 more a gallon now. 25, 30 years ago, diesel fuel was always cheaper than gas. But we all know that's not the case now. So every gallon of fuel you put in that truck is costing you at least $1.50 more a gallon. Okay, you think about your maintenance. Oil changes on a diesel truck is going to cost you about 3 times as much as what a gas truck's oil change costs you. You've got fuel filters to change on a diesel truck. That costs you a lot more. You've got to buy the DEF fluid. That costs you more. In really cold weather, you've got to put the additive in the fuel so that your fuel doesn't gel. That costs you more. Every single thing about a diesel truck costs you more than a gas truck. And if something goes wrong with a diesel, it's not hundreds of dollars, it's thousands of dollars to repair. I can buy a complete crate engine from GM for my personal truck cheaper than I could put injectors in that GMC truck. It got over 100,000 miles on it. It needed injectors, and it was going to cost me more to have that done than I can buy a whole gas engine for. If your turbo goes out, that's mega bucks. So if economy is your reason for buying a diesel, I can tell you from experience, don't do it. Now, if it's your ego, and I know that a lot of guys, that's all it is. They want a diesel truck because they got a big ego and they think it's macho. You know, if that's why you want a diesel truck, I can't help you. You're just gonna have to pay more money to please your ego, I suppose. Again, now if you're pulling 10, 12, 15,000 pounds, you know, a diesel truck is probably what you need. But I just see so many guys out there in diesel trucks, and they're pulling, you know, a 14-foot trailer or 16-foot trailer, maybe even up to a 20-foot trailer. And a gas truck would do that fine and cost you a lot less money. So let's walk around the truck and look here a little bit. This is a regular cab long bed truck. First regular cab truck I've had in a really long time. If you have a extended cab or crew cab truck, they will spoil you. But one thing about a regular cab truck, it's a much shorter wheelbase, so you can turn it around easier. You can turn around in a smaller area. I like a dually. I just always have. I've had 3/4 tons and I've had tons, especially pulling this equipment trailer. The dually, you know, it just feels better. Used to have a big camper as like a 30-foot bumper pull camper, probably one of the bigger campers you can get that's not a fifth wheel. But you know, the truck passes you on the interstate, the wind kind of wants to suck you into that truck in a single rear wheel truck. But with a dually, you don't have that. Even with the sway bars, a dually, it just feels more secure on the road, because it is. You've got more tire surface area on the road. Now in this truck, I've got an easy dumper dump bed, and that works great for what I do. Right now I've got some brush in there, and I use it for when I'm pruning, when we have a storm come through and I've got storm cleanup, occasional tree job that I might do. I use it for leaves. You see I've got this high sideboards on it with the smaller mesh, and pull the tarp back over it, and I can get a lot of leaves in this truck. I can use my vacuum on, I've got mine mounted on the tongue of the trailer, and I suck the leaves up and put them in the truck here, and I can get a lot of leaves in there with those high sideboards. Let's see. I guess that about wraps it up on the truck. Like I say, I just decided to dive a little deeper in the gas versus diesel. And we all know that our expenses in the lawn care industry just keep going up and up and up. And one way that you can save money, in my opinion, is not with a diesel truck. So even though you may get a little bit of gas mileage, don't let that fool you into thinking that that's saving you money, because in the long run, it's not. So that'll wrap up this video, but look for my other video. It's entitled 2023 Enclosed Trailer Lawn Care Setup, and then we're going to do a video here, another one on this equipment trailer, and we'll dive a little deeper into that. So thanks for watching.